Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here. It's back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we're going to be talking about the Atlanta Falcons. Now, this video is not going to be really like a stat video like I've been doing the past couple of weeks when it comes to like Atlanta Falcons' best wide receivers, Julio Jones, the best wide receivers, Matt Ryan, the top 5 quarterback. This is just basically going to be, in my opinion, on how I think the Falcons season will actually go. Because after the draft, I don't really know what to expect for this team because when it comes to the Falcons, it could go good and it could go bad. The Falcons were a decent team last season, and look how bad it went for them in the first half of the season. But I feel like that's only down to one specific thing. That's Dan Quinn. Now, if we remember, before the start of the last season, Dan Quinn was the defensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons, and then during the midseason, when we were 1-7, we hired a new defensive coordinator that wasn't Dan Quinn, and we finished 6-2. 1-7 to 6-2 without Dan Quinn as the defensive coordinator. That means he probably is a decent head coach. He's just not really that much of a good defensive coordinator, or this defense is just not built for him. Even though he is a defensive guy, because of course he was a defensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks when they had all these big guys like Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, and basically Elysian Boom. He was a defensive coordinator around that time, so that's the reason why we got him, because we wanted to focus on our defense. And to be honest, ever since he has been at the Atlanta Falcons, our defense has improved. Of course, we got guys like Grady Jarrett. We got guys like Pat McKinley, who had a disappointing season last season. Keanu O'Neal, who was injured last season after tearing his Achilles. Hopefully he does come back this season. And then, of course, we had some defensive options in the free agency and the draft with drafting A.J. Terrell at cornerback. Of course, we got Dante Fowler Jr., who probably played defensive end. We got Marlon Davidson, who played defensive tackle. And then, of course, we still got other guys that are there. We still have Okuan. We still have, I was about to say C.J. Henderson. C.J. Henderson went to Jacksonville Jaguars. We got Isaiah Oliver. We got Kendall Sheffield, who are two very young cornerbacks, so hopefully they can do good. We got Ricardo Allen. We still got DeMonte Casey, who can have a shock year. Any of these guys I'm talking about basically can have a shock year. But I think when it comes to this season, when it comes to the Falcons' offense, this season's going to be really big for the offensive line, because that was probably one of the reasons why we didn't do as good as we did last season, considering last season was probably the worst offensive line we've ever had. Matt Ryan was sacked for the most amount of times he's ever been sacked in the NFL. And yeah, considering now our offensive line is probably going to look like Jake Matthews at left tackle, Matt Hennessy at left guard, Alex Mack at center, right guard is going to be Chris Lindstrom, and at right tackle is going to be Caleb McRae. Hopefully all those guys can stay healthy for most of the season. I know most of those guys are probably not going to stay healthy this season, because some people can't stay healthy for the whole season, so I'm not even going to put that on him. But hopefully that whole offensive line, because if you look at that offensive line, it's pretty good. Of course, you got 3 young guys. You got Hennessy, you got Chris Lindstrom, you got Caleb McRae, and then you got the 2 veteran guys like Jake Matthews and Alex Mack. Speaking of Alex Mack, we probably really actually need to go searching for a replacement center. I guess we did do that with Hennessy, but right now I play Hennessy at left guard, Jake Matthews at left tackle, Alex Mack at center, still there. And then, of course, when it comes to offensive options, we have Calvin Ridley still, we have Julio Jones still, we got Treadwell in the free agency, we got what's this guy's name, Hayden Hurst in a trade with the Baltimore Ravens, and then, of course, we got Todd Gurley. So, and then, of course, we still have my favorite guy, my favorite Atlanta Falcons player. We still have Matt Ryan. Now, when it comes to Matt Ryan, and specifically, is he the second best quarterback in the NFC South? Currently, yes, he is, because Tom Brady has never played in the NFC South. And just because Tom Brady has come into NFC South, you can't automatically put him as the best quarterback or the second best quarterback in the NFC. He has had to play at least one season in the NFC. And for all the quarterbacks that are in the NFC, you got Teddy Bridgewater, you got Drew Brees, you got Matt Ryan, and then you got Tom Brady. This is going to be Tom Brady's first season. That's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So right now, Tom Brady, even though he is a Super Bowl champion, I'm putting him at the bottom of the NFC South quarterbacks, even below Teddy Bridgewater, because Teddy Bridgewater, he did not play every single game of last season for the Saints. but he still did very, very good when he did play. He kept them with a winning record when Drew Brees was out with the injury. So Teddy Bridgewater, honestly, is the third best quarterback in the NFC South. Drew Brees is obviously number one because I consider Drew Brees to be the greatest quarterback currently playing. Better than Aaron Rodgers, better than Tom Brady. You guys can come at me all you want. That's my opinion. I think Drew Brees is the best quarterback in the NFC South. He's not I'll fix my statement. He's not the greatest quarterback playing right now because he's the greatest veteran quarterback playing right now. If I had to say the greatest quarterback playing right now, that's obviously Patrick Mahomes, and there's no doubt about that. But in terms of veterans, guys who've been playing since around the mid 2000s, Drew Brees is the best out of all of them. Drew Brees is better than Tom Brady. Put Drew Brees in that Patriots offense, Drew Brees would have won the same amount of titles. Put Aaron Rodgers in that team, Aaron Rodgers would have won the same amount of titles. It's really the system that wins these guys the titles. If Tom Brady can go on and win a title with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I would definitely eat my words, and then I will consider Tom Brady to be the greatest quarterback of all time. Greatest quarterback or the veterans that are playing right now. But if he doesn't win a Super Bowl with Tampa Bay, it was Bill Belichick that won Tom Brady all the Super Bowls, and that's just the way I feel. But in terms of looking at the NFC South, the quarterbacks, looking at the offense and the defense, if I had to put the whole teams in a style rankings, the Saints are going to have the best quarterback. The Falcons are going to have the second. Tampa Bay is actually going to have the third. Even though I did just say Tom Brady is the worst, that offense, that quarterback, he's still better than Teddy Bridgewater. I still put Matt Ryan ahead of Tom Brady in terms of this is just NFC South. Running backs, Saints are definitely number one. Falcons would probably Falcons would be number 3. Carolina would be number 2, and the Buccaneers would be number 4. And then when it comes to wide receivers, Falcons are number 1, Saints are number 2. Falcons are number 1, Saints are number 2. Carolina is actually 4th, and then Tampa Bay is last because Tampa Bay is 3rd. I can't speak right now. So yeah, in terms of the offense, I'll probably say in terms of the whole offense, I would say the Saints probably are first. It's a really quick tie between the Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the second best offense, but I'm gonna give it to the Falcons. And then in terms of the Panthers, I think they have the worst offensive team put together in terms of that. Even though Christian McCaffrey is probably the best running back in that whole league. Defense, I'd probably put the Falcons last, to be honest. I'm not even going to lie. I'll put the Falcons last in that defensive category because the Carolina Panthers have upgraded that defense. They've always had a good defense. The Saints always had a good defense too. The Buccaneers have one of the best young defenses in the NFL. So in terms of the whole NFC South when it comes to the defense, I'm going to put Carolina number 2, Saints number 1, Falcons actually number 3 because I think right now, currently on paper, that Falcons defense is actually better than the Buccaneers defense. So Buccaneers would be last, and that's my opinion about that. But yeah, I just wanted to speak about how I think how the Falcons season is going to go based off of last season. What's going to be going on, and compare Matt Ryan to the other quarterbacks like Drew Brees, Tom Brady, and Teddy Bridgewater, and compare the whole NFC South teams against each other and see which one is a scheduled thing. So if you guys like this video, please do smash the like button. I will be posting more sports content like this. I have another special video coming out tomorrow that I'll be talking about Fernando Alonso because it was announced today that Fernando Alonso is going to be coming back to F1 next year for Renault. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out that video tomorrow. But anyway guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.